Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, day 4, pretty much the day 4 recap. Yeah, we know one of the games for day 5 has already come up, but you know what? It's not like we're making these too long. Like, it's like taking hours out of your day. These is like 15, 25 minutes max.
20 minutes max.
I think one goes over it, but mostly
yeah, but that's because it was a big day. You know what I mean?
Big day.
So if there's a big day, there's more to talk about.
This day, it's funny. I said going into this day that there were 2 games to watch. There were 2 games on and 1 game to watch. We knew Sweden was going to beat Austria, and they did. And I think people who question why it was 4-0 should really go and look at the shots, because it was an absolute firing squad by the Swedes.
What were the shots?
It was high. I forgot. I checked it. I looked at it while I was watching the game, and and Sweden Sweden was just peppering them the whole time. Like, at no point in the game did I think Austria was actually at risk. Was at risk of getting anything going. Sweden looked strong. The goals that did go in were snipes. Like, 2 of them because Lucas Raymond got 1.
Yep.
And then there was 2 others. I think Noel Gunler. I don't know how to say his name.
Was it in the first or second period? Lucas Raymond took a big,
big
fall into the boards.
Might have in the second.
It wasn't a hit, but the guy was going for the puck and he kind of tripped on his foot.
Yeah.
And he goes face first.
Yeah,
straight into the boards there. He comes back for the third, but
yeah, it's funny. Like, honestly, and I feel bad for Austria because it's funny the way these standings are going is so weird. Because first off, we have Russia beat USA, and that's not so like mind-boggling until you see the fact that then they lose to Czech Republic, and Czech Republic gets slaughtered. Ends up, spoiler alerts, Czech Republic gets slaughtered today. So it's making it very interesting.
They had no chance to turn
Yes, but they probably have seen it by now. If they're watching this content, that means they probably follow the juniors.
Yeah.
No one goes out of their way to look for junior content, or no one accidentally stumbles across it.
Unfortunately, because it's great hockey.
It is. Although, moving on to our next game, it is not without its flaws. So first off, let's just say, great job, Germany. I wanted Germany to win. I had Germany winning at least 1 game in mind. Honestly, I kind of want them to put some pressure on the Swiss more and beat the Swiss. Because if they can beat the Swiss, I will be a happy man.
Yep.
Because I want everything for this German team. They had the same amount of players, I think, against the Slovaks, is what I said, what I heard. But man, oh man, did they play their hearts out. They beat them 4-3 in overtime. Stutzel's looking like a machine.
Yeah, there's no question that if he's NHL ready, as the Ottawa Senators have signed him.
Yes.
They signed him to an entry-level deal.
And we'll probably later tonight be recording a No One Hockey podcast, because there's been a lot of signings actually recently.
Yeah, in the NHL. So there's been some signings. We got to talk about the now confirmed divisions and how many games
they haven't changed. Yeah, we'll talk about the games. They're not changed.
But now we know how many games they're playing against each other. So I think that's a little bit important to dive into.
For sure.
Got a few guys retiring, or at least one person.
Yeah.
Retiring.
What did you think of that? Like, so there was an offside in that Germany game.
Oh, you mean the one where he was offside by a couple feet?
Yeah.
By a couple feet?
Yeah. Honestly, like, it's funny. Stutzel looks very good in these games, though.
Yeah, so we're talking about, basically, actually what I was going to say is when you said the Germany one, in overtime, I was going to say, in a game that should not have went to overtime.
Yeah.
As they should have won in regulation, but, Germany wins nonetheless.
Yeah.
So, at least for the Slovaks, they pick up, an extra point or 2 or something like that?
So, how it goes, actually, we should have said this before.
It's 3 points for a win.
3 points in a regulation win.
Yes.
If you win in overtime, you get 2 points. If an overtime loss, you get 1.
Yeah, because they're doing the European system. That's how the Europeans, for the most part, do the points.
And if anybody's wondering, should NHL ever implement that system?
No.
It's not. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but they never will, because they don't like messing with their point records.
It screws up the stats.
Yes.
Because that Tampa team that got the most points ever, in like literally.
Let's be honest, though.
One season of this new rule can completely get rid of that.
Well, not even could. It will. But also too. And if anyone's wondering, yes, they've already tampered with these things a lot. Like there used to be ties in the NHL, which honestly I can't even think about that. Because, like, how the hell would you be like, you know what? Yep, we tied.
I am so happy they
Let's
put in the
go
3-on-3
home.
overtime.
Like, what the hell? No.
Yeah, but, I mean,
Play.
it's like 5.5 minutes. We've already recorded, like, basically everything.
Honestly, though, it's not going to be long. Like, I will say this. I want Germany to make the quarterfinals. I want them to. I don't think they'll go anywhere, but I want them to make the quarterfinals because this team is working very hard.
I want to see them put up a fight.
It's funny what you can do with a little bit more, with a little bit of goaltending, especially like in this game against Slovakia. They didn't get a lot. They got a little.
So did they get the goalie back
I
for this game?
don't remember, but I know that it looked like they had a different goalie based on how he was playing.
Yeah, because the goalie before that was not playing so well.
Well, it's funny. They've played 2 tough games, but it was like it got to the point where it's like Canada wasn't taking even good shots on them. It was going in the net, and it was just like
it just seemed like all the morale.
Yeah, the only thing I will say though is like,
in
compared to that, is that like if I'm playing goalie and I'm down and we're in one of those blowout games, I have those for review league sometimes. The 8th goal, for example, is not the goal that you are. The 8th goal is probably the one you're most angry about because it's probably the one that you could have had the best chance at saving. It's just that you're not motivated. It almost takes you out of game mode if you know that the game is over.
Like yeah.
Exactly.
It's like we've already lost.
So I will say this. The guy was offside for Slovakia.
Yeah.
Against Germany. Here's the thing, though. They don't do reviews on the play. The reason they don't is, I think, mostly because it doesn't. It's not. First off,
so
if reviews have taught us anything, with that Peyton Krebs goal, I really think that these aren't gonna help. Like, it's not like. Here's the thing. If you're gonna take time to review a goal, it sucks if you have to take 15 minutes.
And it's funny.
It sucks harder if it takes you 15 minutes to get it wrong.
But think about it this way. I find it very interesting with the whole video review thing because the World Juniors in previous years have had very interesting things about this. Because last year, it was either last year or the year before that. I can't remember.
Oh, are you thinking of the wrong tournament? The one
where
where Canada scores out at the end of the game at the 0-0?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's Ivan Holenka.
That's
18U.
That was the Gretzky Cup?
Ivan Holenka. Gretzky.
Yeah. So basically the whole thing was that the tournament was taking place in 2 arenas, but only one arena was equipped for video review.
The catch is that they were playing in that arena.
But the thing was that so they made a rule for the whole tournament because they said you can't just do it in one arena but not the other. It's inconsistent.
Actually, I will say this while you're here. After this video, go watch Canada versus USA in the Ivan Holenka Gretzky Cup. It's a banger of a game. Like, just watch the highlights of it. It's a great game. I'm happy with the outcome, but it was a great game. It was, there's a little bit, but I'm happy with the game.
Yep, but that makes it interesting.
Yes.
But the
back.
interesting thing going into something like the World Juniors is like just the way that they do.
We have the technology.
They had the technology, but they weren't allowed to use it in that tournament because you can't do it in one arena but not the other.
Yep.
But that makes sense. You got to be consistent.
And
they laid this out before the tournament even started.
Well, that's for that other tournament, not for the.
And but you know what? I think what's interesting about this one is that
this tournament actually.
I think it's clear that the German bench because
this tournament might be the same way, to an extent.
I think it was because remember at first it was supposed to be with Red Deer as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think this is actually in the same location as the other two. So that's interesting. But anyway, let's not get sidetracked here.
But the point
let's not just stall on this.
Is that obviously it was clear that the German bench was not aware of this offside because they did not challenge it.
No.
There was nothing that came of that. But of course, the TSN cameras caught on because they always do.
Yeah,
they always catch on. Which I find it very interesting because I'm not sure exactly how they always do it in hockey, but I know in baseball. What they do for some video reviews is they have the dugout, but then they have somebody who's in the actual dressing room with like a TV watching the game, and if they see something that's worth reviewing from the TV,
they
cameras,
have that.
They contact the dugout.
They
saying,
have that.
Hey, you might wanna challenge this.
They have that. And
So-
then you could just go full
what- so
Houston
what-
on the situation, and
so-
that's a bang.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, Carter, let's not get off topic.
Not that kind of huge.
No, but anyway, honestly, the games were okay for what they were. The Germany-Slovakia game
Germany
was
could
really
have
good.
used that though.
Honestly, is what was great. Sweden versus Austria game, not as many goals as I thought there would be, but it was just as many shots as I thought there would be. So yeah, honestly, this was a quick one, so hopefully it doesn't take too much time in your day, so you can watch it once, twice, maybe 3 times if you forget. If you have Alzheimer's, hello, my name is Zach. Thanks for watching us start the video again.
My name's Carter. He's you know, you
Anyway,
introduction.
Anyway.
You don't introduce half the people in this freaking podcast.
Oh, you know, 50-50.
50.
Round up. Anywho, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, as well as comment down below what you think the standings
And
will
stay tuned for
rack
our
up to.
Nolan Hockey Podcast
Yeah.
and our Day 5 review.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, go back and check our most recent ones, because we talk about stuff that are probably pretty important to the games we're playing. We don't go through the game scoring, because you don't need that.
Yeah, and you know what? To anyone who is watching mainly because of the Star Wars videos that we have, don't worry. We are working on the Battlefront videos.
We would also like to say, if you're here
working
for the Star Wars videos and you made it to 11 minutes into this video, bless your heart.
Yes.
Go get a cookie. You deserve it. Thank you for watching. And leave a like, comment. Yeah.
Go catch
Follow us on Instagram at Nolan Hockey Podcast. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.